Cupid and Psyche, an immortal love story. In the rich tapestry of Greco-Roman mythology, few tales are as enduring and enchanting as the story of Cupid and Psyche. Their love defied divine wrath, mortal fear, and impossible trials, ultimately transcending the boundary between human and God. This myth, originating from Apuleius's Metamorphoses, also known as the Golden Ass, is more than a romantic tale. It is a symbolic journey of the soul, seeking love and immortality. Psyche was a mortal princess whose beauty rivaled even that of Venus, Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. So admired was she that people began to worship Psyche instead of Venus, building temples in her name and neglecting the divine goddess. Enraged by this insult, Venus ordered her son Cupid, Eros, the god of desire, to make Psyche fall in love with the most hideous creature on earth. But fate had other plans. When Cupid first laid eyes on Psyche, he was struck by her beauty and wounded himself with his own arrow. Rather than carry out his mother's command, he secretly fell in love with her. Meanwhile, Psyche's life was growing lonely. No man dared to court someone so beautiful, believing she was meant only for the gods. Seeking answers, her parents consulted an oracle, which foretold that she was destined to marry a monstrous being who lived on a mountain. In sorrow, Psyche was left on a cliff to meet her fate. But instead of a monster, she was carried gently by the west wind to a magnificent palace, where an unseen husband awaited. He treated her with kindness and love, but forbade her from ever seeing his face. Psyche lived in bliss, though curiosity began to gnaw at her. Her jealous sisters, upon visiting the palace, convinced her that her mysterious husband must be a dreadful monster. One night, Psyche lit a lamp while he slept. To her amazement, she saw not a beast but Cupid, himself divine, radiant, and beautiful. Startled by the flame and her betrayal, Cupid fled, heartbroken. Determined to win him back, Psyche wandered the earth in search of her lost love. She turned to Venus, who was still bitter and vengeful. The goddess gave Psyche 4 impossible tasks, each more grueling than the last. These included sorting a mountain of seeds, fetching golden wool from dangerous sheep, collecting water from a perilous cliff, and finally descending into the underworld to retrieve a box of beauty from Proserpina. Through courage, wit, and divine assistance, Psyche completed each task. But during the final challenge, curiosity overcame her once more. She opened the box of beauty, hoping to make herself worthy of Cupid, and fell into a deep sleep. Moved by her devotion and suffering, Cupid forgave Psyche and pleaded with Jupiter, Zeus, to let her become immortal. The king of the gods agreed, granting Psyche eternal life. She and Cupid were united at last, with Psyche becoming the goddess of the soul. Together, they had a daughter named Voluptas, pleasure. The story of Cupid and Psyche is a timeless reminder that love, when pure and determined, can overcome divine obstacles, human flaws, and even death. It is the soul's journey toward fulfillment, guided by the power of love.